and it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Through the final chicane, and the AlphaTauri hits the wall of champions. Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully I'm audible. Yes, it looks like it. And yeah, welcome to a rainy qualifying, as I can see. Oh, I'm why we tab out, boys. I'm already lost. Yeah, welcome to Formula Sundays, I guess. We are having some rain in the UK, a big surprise. Before we will see England later on in the finals, of course. I presume you're going to be watching at home after Formula Sundays, of course. Starting a little bit earlier because of this as well. So, yeah, we're missing no action on either side. Well, qualifying, as you can see, seems to be wet. Not sure about the race. I have some weird pain in my mouth, which is very unfortunate. Talking a little bit. Hope it goes away. Why do I have no sound at all? There we are. Okay. So, first car running is not this AlphaTauri, but a Nitro. Unless, no, both Martin and Astro on the outlap, so the McLaren ahead is indeed a lap down. So let's see what he can cook. I think it's been a while, and we've seen both AlphaTauris starting the race. We have Seagull and the Williams, of course. I mean, as much as I think Eric is banned either way, or was it last week? I'm not sure. He's probably very eager to see his team play in the finals. Understandably so. So yeah, only 12 drivers tonight. Couple couldn't make it, regardless, and I think one or two not here because they want to watch football instead. Still, yeah, we may see how the race develops. We may see how this qualifying develops, even weather-wise. Seems to be pretty wet and no signs of drying down just yet, but this can go as fast as like 5 minutes. And yeah, towards the end there could potentially be some dry runners. So Nitro about to complete his lap. What do we have here? A nice 1:36.9. I am not sure what the target time in the rain is. Yannemann at least beating this one by quite the margin. DJ with 1:37.1, relatively close. Kingsman right in the middle there between Yannemann and Nitro. I expect 1:35s at least, I guess. Seagull currently out on softs, I think. Might have a look at that after we've seen Martin's run here. How that is working for Seagull. Martin here. Imagine managing these turns fairly nicely. I mean, Silverstone, luckily for us. Doom, invite please. Oh, yeah, sorry. Of course, my friend, of course. Where do we have here? Da. Oh my god, yeah, Martin invalidates in the last turn here. Honestly, I can't quite understand it, but It wasn't the best lap anyways. Let's see what Seagull is cooking. Oh yeah, no, he's burning the kitchen. Softs are not the option. Let's see Den though. Den is, yeah, approaching sector 3 right now. So not many braking zones to go. And Yeneman improved his previous time by about 0.4 of a second. And so did Kingsman actually. 36 flat now for Kingsman. And yeah, the softs seem quite a bit slower actually. 23 seconds there. Eagle of pace. There's a smaller difference the other way around. Inters and the dries seem to be much more viable. Let's see what MQ can do. One of our later joiners. Going fairly nicely through this. Not that easy to not lose the car. I'm not sure what these guys are running setup wise. Because we're of course not aware of the weather in the race. If it's dry, a disadvantageous setup for the rain here may be ran. It's also wet. They're probably gonna go for a lot more downforce than they would usually do. MQ here, fighting around that last turn a little bit. See, taking a bit too much sausage there maybe. And wrangles his car around the last turn. Not really ideally taken there, but well, decent enough. Martin, invalid lap, stays out though. What is Ocean doing? He has just started his hot lap. Let's see what he can do. Must have invalidated on the first attempt. I'm not sure if we were with him or with Nitro. I think we were with Nitro. Who has improved by, I think, like half a tenth or something. If I remember correctly, he was on a 36.9 in the start. Purple Sector 1. I'm not sure if the game is lying to us or if it is actually the best Sector 1 so far. Rain hasn't really gotten less at all. Wouldn't really say it has increased, but yeah, at least stayed on the same level, sorta. Ocean. 110 delta. If I remember correctly, we have seen 109s here. So this shouldn't be the very best one after Sector 2. But I may just misremember. Maybe Ocean just bangs it out of the park here. Well, it does not look like it's quite at the top tier time. 37.1. Just about beating MQ. What's going on? Martin is into the pits. Sean. 37.8. What can Emil do? Rally Legend. If I saw that correctly. I'm not that deep into the WRC competition, but whenever I see it, it seems like Emil's is winning them. So yeah, maybe the slippery levels here, good for him, as long as he doesn't pull the handbrake to get around the circuit. That's a little bit too far there. A little bit more off-road than you usually want to be in an F1 car. Who else is running? Is MQ? Yeah, MQ is out there. But has to abandon his attempt because Ocean, I think it was, may have been in the way. Who else? Solar? Yeah, Solar seems to be on a hot lap. Yeah, it's quite far away from Dan here, but he could well catch Sean with a little improvement. Otherwise he needs 0.8, but if he gets like around a second or so, he could go all the way up to P4. So like, this is 0.8 away from Den, but then between Den and Nitro, there's really not much space. A lot up for grabs still for these guys. Has taken too much curb there. This has lost them great amounts of time. Had to release a lot to not lose the car. And it is in fact a slower lap. Let's see. Okay, Seagull now trying the full wets. I wonder if we're gonna see a full in Interrun in the end. I could put Fury on Sean, but he is also not on a hot lap, so not really interesting. We could look at Yaneman maybe, if Seagull is too far down after Sector 1, if the wets are that bad. If he's sort of competitive, I'm down to just stick with him for a bit. That's 5 seconds. Okay, there's like not much of a comparison to be made, as he is 23 seconds down overall. So let's just follow through with Yaneman, who apparently has set an identical Sector 2 time. So any improvement is lying in this one. I've taken these last turns fairly well. It's not that easy to keep your car under control here. Improved by about 100th. Astral currently in P3 has cooked up a banging time before. Is DJ on a hot lap? He seems to be. Oh, he seems not to be. He doesn't use ERS. What am I talking? So with that, wait, is Solar still going? Okay, no, this is in lap most likely. Yeah, that's just. I'll see the end of Seagull's lap, and honestly, sort of competitive on the inferior compound. Okay, has to care to not run into MQ there, who's just exiting the pits. Let's see, Kingsman just ahead. Almost running wide there, losing grip a little bit. Well, for everybody in the pits, it's still, I think, possible to get 2 laps in maybe if you go out now. You only use about 50% DRS on a full lap, so yeah, going for 2 back-to-back is very possible. Unless you invalidate in like the last corner or so, and then both laps aren't counting. But yeah, 4 minutes left. It's about 3.5 what you need for like outlap and then first lap. So for another minute or so, people could set 2 more laps. So Kingsman, 0.26 improvement right now. He is about a 10th away from Yaneman still. Needs a perfect last sector here. Ooh, that is losing traction quite a little bit. Will have cost him some exit speed. But at least he lives. He dodges the sausage there beautifully. Now coming from a very outside there. Through and into provisional pole position now. A 10th ahead of Yaneman. Certainly did not see that coming. And well, what an effort here for the quali. I think we're gonna stick with Nitro for a little bit. And probably jump to Sean as soon as Nitro is done with his lap. As Sean is currently on the outlap. We'll cross the line just a bit ahead of Nitro here. Yeah. Getting good traction around the old pit straight. And this turn here, quite a heavy brake tap actually in the rain. I mean, as you would expect. I think it's a slight brake tap in the dry, at least in the game. Oh, and there's the invalidation. So yeah, let's just see what the Aston can cook. Sean here on 83% already, so this might be a little bit tight for 2 hot laps. But we may see. He needs about half a second for a sizable gain. I think Nitro, yeah, he is a little bit more than half a second away, so 0.6, and you have P6. Well, that's not easy, of course, the conditions treacherous. The lap times here already quite decent. I wonder, is Jannemann still coming out? Okay, yeah, I think I see a Ferrari exiting the pits. That must be the last attempt then for him. Seagull, is Seagull just coming in? I think Seagull just came in. So there's no chance for him to set another lap neither. I think the Williams are done here. Not enough time to get around an additional time. Honestly, pretty clean run by Sean so far. A little bit off the edges here and there, but okay, his improvement would be just about enough to catch Seagull right now. Any other 10th that he gains gives him another position. Could gain 0.4 here at least. Already P7, so this looked decent here. No major losses of the car. But it's not quite enough. He just barely beats Seagull, but yeah, that's gonna be it for him here. He is on low ERS. It's not gonna be another PB lap. Let's look what the other guys can do instead here. Martin was 0.1 up, I think. Was still about 1.5 tenths up. But he is almost a second behind Jannemann. So that's not gonna be any danger for the top positions. Let's see what MQ can do. He looked a little bit unsafe there through the chicane, but goes P3 for now, so I think decent for him. Martin throws away the entire lead. Astral here is a second down or so. And well. Solar not gonna get another improvement. I think he did just gain about half a second or so. But Jannemann here, he's going for pole. This is a prime position for him here, really. Only Kingsman to beat. I don't think anybody else can challenge him pace-wise here in the rain. And Kingsman can't improve neither, so he has a target time. He had the delta after Sector 1. The question is just, can he keep it throughout the lap and grab that pole position? So, Meggetts Beckett's coming up here. That's pretty clean, honestly. Takes a nice early turn in here, so a lot of speed out there. And, oh, he needs about half a tenth on Kingsman still. That's gonna be very close. I mean, Kingsman gained the most in Sector 3 as well, so presumably it's not gonna be easy to get his car around here, but I think Jannemann lost his car a little bit on his PB lap here in the last turn, so he can avoid that. He can't quite, but it's still enough. He beats Kingsman by 1.5 tenths there in the end, as last sector was still better than nothing. Emils bangs out an absolute stunner of a lap late on as well to go P3, and well, it is really just the new big 3, or 4 rather, up there. Discounting Hussein, of course, who is not racing today. He would surely be up there usually. And yeah, with Martin returning to the pits, that should be qualifying done and dusted. Really curious about the weather in the race though. If it is wet as well, or if we see dry or even changeable conditions. That can, well, yeah, of course it will change how the race looks quite a lot. DRS, of course, enabling way more overtakes throughout a race like this, especially like on a high-speed circuit like Silverstone is. And yeah, that would be cool to see at some point, of course. But I'm all for like having a little changeable condition race. Maybe some inters in the start, and then we're going back to the slicks. But well, you're gonna have to be surprised, I guess, with what's coming up. So, what does it look like right now? We have no formation lap, as we want to get to watch football ASAP, I guess. That's a nice little. Wait, is this realistic times? Is it that late there that the sun is going down already? I mean, it looks beautiful, so I appreciate it. It does look pretty cloudless in the sky, so fairly certain that we have a dry race coming up. Waiting for players. Load in. And there we are. Well, getting right into the action. Wait, what? Okay, where's my stats and stuff? But here we are, lights out and away. Kingsman there looked like he slid a little bit, but he is still comfortably in P2. Has some contact, people running wide a little bit. But I think no major crashes thus far. A little bit of side-by-side there further down. And yeah, Astral has lost quite some positions here, all the way down in 10th already, starting from 5th. And Kingsman, further up, has taken P1 from Janneman. What am I? Fuck. Give us tires. I'll just go on board. With Janneman here, on the hards. Very unusual for him, honestly. He's usually starting on the softer compound compared to everybody else, and then trying to gain an early advantage from it. But right here, he has decided to go with the hardest, and has, of course, Emils and Kingsman fight with the softer tires. Maybe he's confident enough in his pace that he thinks he can just keep up with these two. And doesn't have to worry about Hussein much because he isn't here tonight. Seagull, of course, well, he's already in P7, but he did start further down the grid. And Astral has reached the bottom. Former teammate overtaken him there for P12. I wonder if he has front wing damage or if he just did not get these hards to work in lap 1 really well. Seagull here, using the overtake, and yeah, he will be able to outbrake Nitro so hard, holy moly. Honestly, like, this looked like a dive bomb, but it's just the tire difference. He's just able to brake so much later. It's kind of crazy. So, Seagull, the fastest car on track right now. I'm fairly certain. And he's gonna be approaching DJ in a bit, and afterwards it's already the top group. Emils, interestingly enough, can't really make the softs work neither. They're in danger of dropping a second behind against Kingsman. Whereas Seagull now has closed 2-second gap between Nitro and DJ already. And he is going to receive DRS by the end of next, or honestly in the next lap already, for the first straight. And these first 2 laps have gone quick. I don't know, like Silverstone I have in my mind as a like 145 track or so from playing the old F1 games. But yeah, it's just so quick these days. Let's see. Oh, and Seagull pulls the same move again here. Absolutely ruthless there. Just flies by DJ. And even snagged the DRS off him beforehand. So he's gonna... oh! I think Den there spun on his own. Not entirely sure. I don't think there was anybody super near him, unless he was fighting with Ocean. We could have a look further down here. Sean, Martin, Nitro. But I will get back to Seagull as soon as he approaches MQ, because I think Seagull is intending to cut through the entirety of the field here, and not stopping with MQ and Yanneman. But I think he got DRS a little bit too late, so it's not gonna be this lap. On instead. Could make a move on Nitro here. Martin is already passed. Down the inside here. As the track position is ahead into the turn as well, and Nitro has to back out. Yeah, loses 2 position there in 1 turn. Nicely done by Sean and Martin. Let's see further up. Emil's able to stay quite close to Kingsman now. Whereas Yanneman now dropping a bit further behind. But of course he has a major ERS advantage. Let's see if Emils can make a move here against Kingsman. Oh, Sean with DRS past Martin in the meantime. And here we have Seagull behind the group. We'll try to just stay within DRS range. Oh yeah, MQ running wide very much there. And Seagull will have a decent chance here now. Sean, corner cut penalty already, 3 warnings. I mean, these curbs invite to be driven over. That's not quite how it's supposed to be. Martin here. Can't quite get past Sean on his hearts here. Further down, Den has taken both Astral and Solar. Yeah, Yanneman is perfectly happy with this situation, I think. He has a lot of ERS, he is on the inferior tire, and he's keeping up very well with the other 2. Ferrari's going to have the advantage later on. He's not going for a move here just yet. Instead sends Emils deep here a little bit. Takes a lot of speed himself. I think we remain in this order for now. Martin will make a move on Sean neither. Emil's able to follow very well, honestly, with the dirty air here in these turns. Not that easy to keep the car well under control. But this should be an overtake now. He's 0.2 behind only. I can't make it stick though, has to release too much. I wonder what the setup is though, like Emil's really struggled to get past Kingsman there. He has the better tires, he has the better exit and DRS of course. So the straight line speed's quite the difference. Not sending a move neither, so making this rather cautious. I can imagine Seagull would do that a little different if he could. DRS train once more rolling down the straight, but no overtakes again. Almost looked like Yanneman rear-ended Emils there, but of course from very far back here. Going on to the inside now, Yanneman and Emils. Yaneman backs out in the end. Hata not quite able to just pull through the softs just yet. In the meantime, Martin has re-overtaken Sean. And Yaneman once more in the middle of this DRS train here. And he moves. Further up, Emils is on the outside. He won't be able to make the move again. Oh, Yaneman locking up there, trying to not hit Emils here, so close together. They apparently broke a little bit earlier than Yaneman anticipated. Oh, Seagull. Seagull might go for the move into the turn here. Yeah, overtake activated. And is he doing it again? Parking his car on the apex. Only leaving MQ the outside line. There is slight contact, I think. Yeah, Seagull is through. Gone a bit too far away to make a counter on Martin, presumably. Also very low on energy already, running deep into turn 5, 6? I think it's 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Further up, Emils is pushing Kingsman. He's really just like hunting him over the track there. No room to breathe for Kingsman, really. He's going once more for the outside, or rather Kingsman leaves the door open around the outside, and this time around finally he can make it through. As yeah, his softs will likely already fall off in like 2 or 3 minutes. Or rather 2 or 3 laps. Yaneman, oh my god. And that was probably a little bit of a heart attack for the Ferrari driver. He is intending to go quite far on these hards. Would be bad if he's already losing his grip. Sean is now dropping further and further down behind Martin. Probably gonna have to worry more about the threat of Nitron Ocean approaching. And Seagull doesn't quite seem to be... Okay. I might have misread the timer. It's more that MQ can't really keep up very well here. Apparently he's at danger of dropping out of the DRS window. Detection point for this one is very early. And currently he is not in it, so... Yeah, MQ might have to let go here of the top 4. Does not want to apparently, and even cuts a bit of track for it. So, double overtake here. Kingsman on the inside of Emils. Ooh, Yaneman. Ooh, that's contact that may as well send you into a wall there, honestly. There you go. Having a look around the outside once more. Slight contact with the Ferrari there on the exit. But everybody survived nice and well, and well, with that, MQ is back into the DRS of the group again. And Astral has already pitted, grabs himself a time penalty. Legal supremacy. Yeah, it might be, honestly, it might be. I presume he's going for hearts in the end either way. So, him and Kingsman, not really on a much different strat. I'm just wondering what tie Yaneman's gonna go to. And MQ, of course. They still have options with soft or medium. Well, maybe there's like safety cars or something. Kingsman Bestie doing great too. Yeah, he do be looking quite nice right now. So, Seagull on Emils, I don't think Emils can do much. Seagull just seems to have more straight line speed and the inside line, and these two things usually give you the position. Oh my god, there's a little bit of a snap there by Seagull as him and Emils come together. But he powers through on the inside. Yes, left behind in P3 for now. Well, Seagull could either just back them off for Kingsman, but that's kind of boring. Or he will try to take the lead and they do it the other way around pretty much, because Kingsman still has the better tires and could protect Seagull a little bit. Overtake there, further up. Emils and Seagull once more. There's another contact there, sending Emils deep. Keeps his ground against Yannemann though. Stays in P3 at least, but all of this of course mainly aiding Kingsman there, who is in the lead right now. Look at Nitro here, he's looking at Sean right now. Honestly, like the next straight coming up first for these guys here. Emils fairly late, Yannemann almost seizing the opportunity. Now Nitro. Attacking Sean, and I think there is not much that the Aston driver can do in this situation. Loses the position fairly easily. And further up we have, well, we have gathered a little train again. These four within half a second of each other. And you up on top. The Ocean might try. I mean, Sean will have DRS as well. A little bit of slipstream braking by Nitro. Nothing illegal. At least not in the intensity that he did it here. And Yannemann, oh my. Side by side through cops here. And he's made it through. Yeah, the hards seem to become the better tires now, even though he does run deep here in the last turn, and he does not have DRS, so, well, lost as quickly as it came. Oh my, okay. They're actually going side by side through there, but... Oh my, whoa, and Emils backed out, sort of. Oh! Pain. Okay, I think this might be AI, because it looked like the inputs just went. Like, looked like a disconnect, or like either gave up the will to live, or like no braking, no steering, no no accelerating. Like, I don't know, it just looked like the controller died maybe. At least only a VSC, so that's nice enough. Yeah, I would say input failure. It looked like an input failure, honestly. And then, like, afterwards he ghosted, and the way just the car swapped gears, it kinda looked like it was AI. Solar hoping at a cheat pit stop here, but unfortunately VSC ended right when he arrived in his box. Like, the AI took over because his game went into the menu. No, I think he probably, like, he's controller, right? Controller player. So his controller probably died, and at the point where he arrived at the wall, he just hit escape. and then yeah, like AI takes over. So this VSC was greatly beneficial for Kingsman though, apparently. Now 2.3 seconds clear of Yanneman. And quite a bunch of people dropping hits. So, Seagull and Emils on mediums now. I mean, we're halfway through the race pretty much. Yeah, the escape. Yeah. Yeah, can Kingsman cook actually? What is going on here? Kingsman seems to be comfortably in P1 still. I mean, he's losing about 3/10 per lap on Yanneman right now. But then again, I guess that's like sort of expected. Maybe it's more than 3/10. It's getting more into the half a second per lap territory. But then again, MQ is losing half a second on Yanneman right now as well. So Kingsman diving into the pits. Yanneman surely wants to extend this a little bit longer. So that he doesn't have to drive his mediums to the edge. For MQ, I guess he's the car behind, so he has to react to what Yanneman does, so they can't really double stack right now. Yeah, thus MQ will kind of have to look and see when he can change tires. Emils here does look like he is losing ground to Seagull a little bit. Then again, he gains greatly in the turns. I think he does have more downforce, or at least whatever he has in the setup gives him better turning. He's just, yeah, half a tenth in that turn alone again. But then here, using a lot of energy and DRS, and he's only gaining a single tenth throughout the entire straight. It's kinda, I wouldn't say cringe, because he can't really do much against it, but it's a bit sad, I guess. Kingsman behind these guys, which is probably fair enough, I guess. They got a good outlap on the quicker compound. Kingsman may have the advantage later on in the race. And we have MQ going into the pits. He will most likely be behind these guys as well, as he was before. Don't think he's gonna drop down as much, or rather as far as DJ. Yeah, Martin coming in here on the right. Oh, and Den as well, speeding the pit lane. Oh no, it was Den actually who saw there. Martin was just ahead of him. Oh yeah, and MQ is losing a lot of ground with this strategy here. Really a Ferrari strategy. Oh my, he was a mere second behind these guys before. And now it's 5. Okay, yeah, 2 laps, 4 seconds. So Kingsman has closed up to Seagull and Emils, and all of them are gonna be chasing after Yanneman, who I wonder how much longer it's gonna go. At this point, the race is easily finishable on mediums, but I do ask myself if he wants to go softs instead. I mean, it would give him the advantage in this late race. He's coming in right now, so I think it's mediums. I think for softs he needed to wait like 1 or 2 laps more. But we may see. Kingsman with the DRS, but not really in position to attack Emils, as he also has DRS. What else do we have? Actually, Martin just behind Sean and has the tire advantage, so I think we might see an overtake here. Honestly, like, I've seen you ask for more Sean, but most of the time where Sean was involved in any battling... Oh, Yanneman actually going for softs. He has been overtaken, so... Unlucky. Oh my god, Yanneman is far down though. Okay, he has it all to do. He is just with MQ here. And, yeah, 5 seconds. I mean, I guess, like, you gotta go half a second quicker per lap now. But then again, this are gonna die by the end of the race. They're not gonna be good at all anymore. Very interesting. And here we have... Actually, another hard battle coming up, Nitro. On running a bit deep there. Actually, it might just be a line, honestly. Through these turns you can drive all sorts of lines, and MQ with another penalty. Now this is getting a little bit tight for him. He can't really afford another, otherwise he's gonna lose. Right now he is just about 6 seconds clear of DJ. And of course I presume him and Yanneman are currently going a reasonable bit quicker than DJ, but still. Seagull also currently showing us that Seagull supremacy. He is just driving away from Emils and Kingsman, who are fiercely battling too. And I mean, that does obscure the gains of the MQ as well, right? He may be gaining on Emils and Kingsman, but Seagull in the meantime is driving pretty similar times, I think, to Yanneman, I'd say. As Kingsman, yeah, snaps the door, rather slaps the door close in front of Emils. Now it's the Haas again, with the task of getting past. Yeah, has the advantage in corners, I think, by default, by setup, but of course with the tires as well here. Following closely behind the Williams, and can get the exit speed to go back through. Oh yeah, that is a lot of speed with the DRS. And he is going to be on the inside and safely through. Well, Yanneman and MQ gain about a second per lap on the... Actually, MQ isn't anymore. He has had to let go of Yanneman. It's just too quick here. So, well, projected pace is going to be striking distance for the Ferrari in about 2 or 3 laps if the softs hold up. Seagull in the meantime relatively unchanged gap between himself and Emils. I presume Kingsman is going to go for a move here again. Also around the inside. Slow it down rather quickly here, now ran deep. But yeah, honestly, I'm not sure what line Emils had, but it did look like Kingsman was a good bit quicker throughout the entirety of the turn combination. Gonna be the good old counter again, I guess, on the back straight. Oh, DRS. Solo with a time penalty. And Emils with the move on the inside again. And Kingsman can't really do much against it just yet. Further down. Oh wait, Yanneman is here. He's just about the 1 second gap. Actually, he may have broken so late that he did just... Yeah, he did get a DRS, so that's gonna give him an extra 3/10 on the straight alone, and Well, these guys ahead of him are still fighting. Let's see. Can he go through here already? I don't think so. Just been from very far back, but I think he gained like 0.5 in this turn alone. Because Kingsman and Meals decided to take its upper side. They are now losing a little bit more time against Seagull again as well. Yanneman has to go through ASAP to have a chance to get that William still. And Kingsman can do the duty of blocking both Emils and Yanneman, of course, but especially Yanneman, I think. On his softs is the threat. It's hard to go past both of them at the same time. Taking the corners here very early. Trying to set up for a nice exit to potentially do the Seagull move here. Stay closely behind through turns 1 and 2 and then send it into turn 3. Oh, Emils has a different idea. Ooh, Yanneman around the outside here maybe. Has the inside for this one. Could have the superior grip still. Snaps a little bit, but keeps ample of space for Emils, but maybe not too much. I'm not entirely sure if there was contact in the end here. But Emils snaps out of it. Not sure if they touched on the right rear here of Yanneman and then left front for Emils and then he lost it. But yeah. Really unfortunate for the Haas driver. And now Kingsman, well, he's gonna try to do a Paris, but honestly I don't think he can keep Yanneman much longer behind than the next straight. Yeah, Yanneman here taking early entrances so that he can get the better exit. Kingsman just, all he can do is move out of the way as quick as he can so that Yanneman doesn't get more slipstream and doesn't get more forwards. Well, Emils, honestly, he caught the spin reasonably well. He's only 3 seconds down to MQ with the 6-second time penalty that MQ currently has. He is still in striking distance, I guess. Nitro has been sitting at about 0.7 for the last 5 laps or so to Martin. And I doubt this will change here, honestly. Not really looking like he is getting ready to launch an attack and all, an actual move on Martin, especially not with that exit. He might, well, he has to care to not drop out of the DRS window here. As has Kingsman further up, of course. He gets towed by Yanneman a little bit, but honestly, I think, no, he has lost DRS already as well. They were a second apart at the detection point. Yanneman has gained 0.3 on Seagull, who is pushing all out, as is Yanneman, of course. Both of them barely any energy left here. And it's just a question whether Yanneman's tires hold on or not. I think for like 2 or 3 more laps they should be a bit better than Seagull's. But is these 2 or 3 laps enough? For the last 2 or 3 laps he would have to keep Seagull behind him, and this entire battle is like the other way around. I think for now it would just be important to reach DRS and yeah, recharge some of that energy so you have the advantage in the later stages of the race. Currently dead even between the two. Nitro is locked in according to you, but honestly not locked in on Martin. Hasn't really closed the gap anything neither. I mean, Martin, I don't know, man, he finds a wall in every other race, but I would still say he's like more of a consistent driver. Yanneman can't get into the DRS range here. He has gained 0.2, I think, in this lap still, so slowly but steadily getting there. Emils with a time penalty. I wonder if he actually has damage as well, if the front wing actually broke on contact there. Yanneman lost his car there a little bit. Lost also some position, some time. And this might be the tipping point here of medium versus soft. Oh, actually, Yanneman might as well just have a better turn setup than Seagull has. He seems to be gaining a lot in some of these turns. Like maybe the time is just bugged, or I don't know. Maybe they spent the ERS differently. Also, he has Seagull in the sights though. Like one tiny mistake, Seagull running deep once, and he is there. But then again, one tiny mistake for him, and chances of catching Seagull kinda go away in an instant. Would be good for them now, or for Yanneman at least, if Seagull were not to get DRS by Astral. Using all the energy he has left, but he barely doesn't make it. Seagull, of course, taking similar measures, using his energy in front of the DRS straight as well. They're just not getting much closer. Sean and Den, honestly, is a fight. Actually, if... Yanneman has the... Okay. I was kind of fearing that, because he is one to get these time penalties every now and then, especially if he's pushing so much. And yeah, used to have gotten it here as well. So, Nitro, no move again. Let's see what Sean can do. Oh, Sean has a lot of energy. He has saved up. He could actually be a threat to Den with that amount of energy, if he doesn't spend it here. Like, bro, turn off the overtake button. Can someone show him how to unpress the button? Okay, yeah, good. Because he would have most likely lost it in turn 1 there with the extra energy. Why use it here, man? You're braking. I mean, I guess it's only like 3 more laps and you probably have a sizable advantage, but this is just a waste of 20% energy we've just seen. He's not even getting there because, well, the overtake doesn't help you in turns because you can't really use the extra power, you just get extra wheel spin. Oh well, Yanneman's one goal, I guess, is now to stay 3 seconds away from Kingsman. The win is pretty much out of range for him at this point. But he could potentially still keep P2 if the Emil's contact wasn't his fault, and he may get P that as well, I don't know. Let's see, Nitro. Nope. Back to Sean. Look, this is where the energy helps you. A very, very inside line he has to go there. Kinda parks his car on the apex as he's supposed to, kinda. And penultimate lap for him. At least it is a personal best lap after he has used 70% of his ERS tank. Let's see, does Den have much left? Not really. How's it with Martin against Nitros? Also very similar here. Nitro has slightly more, but of course he is still behind. Den here. Reclaiming this P9 for now. Not sure... Wait, actually, let's... Okay, Den has 2 extra seconds of time penalty, so he is gonna end up behind Sean regardless. Oh, Ocean with the fastest lap. Okay, yeah, he pitted for softs, I guess. cooking. Let's see what these guys can cook though. This is for actual, not the last lap yet, it's just because Seagull has just crossed the line and initiated his last lap. These guys here will have to do one more after this one. And yeah, it's really gonna be do or die then for Nitro and Martin. P7 and 8. Not like they're fighting for a race win. Well, have it or not have it, I guess, right? It's better to... Oh, that's not really it. Let's just look, well, what they cook. Nitro? Yeah, this is a bit too far back, I think, to launch a move. Has to lift here in the end and still overshoots it a little bit. Needs to be really, really close here. And, well, Eagle and Yaneman are approaching the last few turns. Caution. Oh, Sean must have lost it. Okay, yeah, that's P9 gone for him then. He stayed within 2 seconds, it would have been fine, but now 4 seconds behind, of course. Well, we have our podium at least for now. Seagull, Yaneman and Kingsman coming home, and MQ getting a good P4 as well. Nitro is hesitant to fully murder Martin. Oh my god. Well, not very hesitant though. That was a nice few cents in the end, keeping it entirely fair, of course, avoiding the collision. There we have Den coming over the line, and Sean shortly after, but not short enough after. Ocean's last car running. Spots are crazy on this track. Yeah, okay, I mean, I guess. But, I mean, honestly, yeah, like the comparison of how much you could spend it into turn 3 against the Hearts, like consistently, was kind of crazy. Tuesday asking, and then why was it Seagull? Well, well, well. Oh well, I see people complaining about turn 1 and stuff. Looking forward for the reports channel, I guess. From what I've seen at least, like it was a reasonably clean race, apart from the Nitro potential disconnect there. Or was it Ocean? Where they just went straight into their teammate and to the wall. Go. Flipping into that P1 ahead of Yaneman and his teammate. And yeah, very nice effort by Williams and Ferrari here, absolutely dominating right now the Constructors' Championship. Both Mercedes in the points as well though. Martin grabbing some for McLaren as well, and the Meals, I mean, aided by the crash, or spin rather, he had in the fight with Yaneman. Only 2 P5 unfortunately for him. And yeah, last points finisher, Nitro and Sean, of course, in 8th and 10th. So yeah, fastest lap point is not going to be given today. Ocean, yeah, has just about stolen that away from both Seagull and Yaneman. Honestly, they were so close together there. Yeah, only coming home in 11th though, so well. Anyways, it was an enjoyable race. It is, Silverstone is really one of the best tracks for racing, honestly. Best tracks to look at, to watch. I'm gonna watch Euros finals now, so yeah, if you want to do the same, enjoy. Let's hope that almost scores 3 goals. Yeah, I don't know. Till then, till next week, and then at the usual time again. And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Through the final chicane, and the AlphaTauri hits the wall of champions.